Hey, this is JT at the Woodrow Instrument Company, and today I just want to talk with you about placing on a number strip. So, as you might have seen in some of our demos, or we talk about it on the DVD, a lot of times we'll include a little number strip with the instrument so that when you're learning to play, it's easy to get acquainted with it. It allows you to play your instrument and just look down at the neck and see where you need to put your finger. Because there's only 7 positions, it's just a little number strip that says 1 through 7. And sometimes we'll ship it out and we'll just have the number sheet floating in there. I just want to show you how to attach it, or even how to make your own number sheet. It's actually pretty easy, but if you've never played an instrument, you might not know exactly where to put it on there. So let's go over that. First off, I just want to go over a piece of the instrument. This first little piece of wire here, right past the head of the instrument, that's going to be called the nut. So we're not going to include this in the frets. All these other pieces of wire, these are frets. So when you push down the string, your finger will go just before the fret. That's going to give you the best tone and the easiest place to push it down for that sound. Now, when you put your number strip on it, your numbers should face up towards you, and it's just going to lay flat down on the neck. So if we're holding it in our arms, those numbers will be facing up at us. And as you put the numbers on, they're going to lay just, I'm going to see if I can get this turned right. It'll be just before that fret. So here's your fret. The number is placed just before it, because that's where you want your finger, just before the fret, right there. Okay, so unfortunately, if I look further down, it looks like the number strip I grabbed is a little too short. It doesn't go down far enough, but that's okay, because here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut this number strip up. I'm just going to cut it in half right past number 4. So I'm going to do that real quick. So once I get this cut, we're just going to put little dots, little crafting dots on the strip. Now if you don't have crafting dots, you could always just take a piece of Scotch tape and roll it over on itself. That's one method. Just put a few pieces on the back as adhesive. Again, this is just a helper just to get you acquainted with it. So I'm going to take my number strip. Now I've just got the numbers 1 through 4 here. You see I've cut it off just past the 4. I didn't do a super clean cut. I guess I could have grabbed some scissors, but I'm just going to use some crafting dots I've got. These are just little glue dots that they'll sell at crafting stores. And I'm just going to put a couple on the back of this little sheet. There we go. Now, when you're ready to take this off, these will come off just fine. Might have to rub just for a second to get some stubborn residue, but that's all. So let me just lay this across here so you can see what it looks like. And this is just space 1 through 4. Again, we're focusing just on those spaces there. That's going to be your first position, your second space position. Third's going to be the short one, and then the fourth one. And the numbers should go just before the fret. So again, we're not counting this one because that's the nut. There's number 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so now I'm just going to go ahead and put that second one on real quick. And this was the second half of my number sheet. The one I grabbed again just wasn't long enough, and that's okay. We just chopped it up into 2 shorter pieces here. All right. Here we go. There we go, 5, 6, and 7. Just got a little gap there. 5, 6, and 7. So, now if we're holding this upright, those numbers are facing me, and all you need to do is put your finger in the fret, or in the fret space, just before the fret. So this is the first fret after the nut here. Just put your finger there, right under my number 1. Ooh, can I turn it? There we go. There's 1, 2, and 3, and so on as we go down our instrument. Okay, so I've taken a piece of computer paper now, and I've cut it the length of the neck, and just made a strip. And along that strip, we've put the numbers, and this is just attached with a few pieces of rolled up Scotch tape, nothing fancy. And they're in the same locations as the laminated number sheet just before the frets. So Remember, we're skipping the nut, and then we put that just before each fret as we go down. There it is. It's a little crude, but this is just a practice sheet, just to get you started, and once you get comfortable, you'll be good to go. Now, once you feel comfortable with it, remember, another good way to figure out where you are along the instrument is the 3rd fret, 3rd space is short, and then after that, we go down number 7, that's another short one. So 3 and 7 are the 2 short ones. So hopefully this video has been a help to you, and enjoy playing.